Hello my dear children, this is coordination compound chapter going on with MCQ tips. In the last session we completed the MCQ tips of Werner theory and BBT. Now today there is a turn of CFT, crystal field splitting, CFS. MCQ tips only, detail I have already given to you. Now I'm taking this MCQ tips of crystal field splitting. Write down. And there is coordination number 6 and coordination number 4. Write down along with me some simple tips. Coordination number 6, you know, it is octahedral. Coordination number 4 is tetrahedral. One more right, square planar. One more right, square planar. You know, in octahedral there is two types of complexes, inner orbital complex and outer orbital complex in only octahedral when the coordination number is 6. Now today the topic is crystal field splitting. So that's the reason there's a lot of difference between BBT and CFT. Now what you will do now, you will write in coordination number 6, there is a splitting of the, what is a crystal field splitting? I think you know, it's a splitting of 5d orbital into two sets. One set with 2 orbital and other set with 3 orbitals. This is splitting of the 5d orbital into two sets, one set with 3 orbital, other set with 2 orbital. Why the d orbitals get split? It is total in the theoretical portion, that is in a very extended way. Now in this MCQ tips, just to note down what I am writing. This 3 is collectively called T2G and this 2 is collectively called EG. Write down, this is a central line where they split. And write down, it is what's the energy difference? It is minus 0.4 delta O, minus 0.4 delta O, and EG from this central line plus 0.6 delta O. Delta is the crystal field splitting energy, O for octahedral. Now when the coordination number is 6, T2G has a less energy, EG has a more energy. These are the 5d orbital which split into two sets. The name is dxy, dyz, dzx and collectively T2G. This is dx square minus y square. This is dz square, collectively called EG. But in case of tetrahedral, it is totally reversed. In this is T2G, T2G, and this is EG. EG is having lower energy, EG. Okay, now again this is a central line. Now it is minus 0.6 delta T and it is plus 0.4 delta T. Totally reversed. Note down. In octahedral complexes, T2G has less energy, EG has more energy. In a tetrahedral, EG has less energy and T2G has more energy. Okay. Now, first of all, I will tell you how to fill the electron. After that, we will calculate crystal field splitting energy. Right? Now, I think you might have written this all, not in detail, but little bit I have touched the theoretical portion. This is your next step is. Now if you want, now this will continue this line. Now if we wanted to add one electron, just one electron, first we will complete octahedral, then we move to tetrahedral. The one electron will go here in dxy, that is T2G. Second electron will also go there. Third electron will also go there. That means if there is a one electron, it is T2G1. If there is a 2 electron, it is T2G2, Eg0, Eg0. If there is a 3 electron, it is T2G3, Eg0. Same case here, 1 electron Eg1, 2 electron Eg2, and after that. The movement first will complete octahedron. I think I should rub it, or inner orbital and outer orbital we have all discussed just today, that is in last session. Now when the turn is of the 4 electron, that is 4th electron, then the 4th electron where goes? Either to T2G or to Eg. This depend upon either start pairing or not, or directly go to Eg. That is either T2G4 or the 4, when there is a 4th electron, there are two configurations, T2G4 Eg0 or T2G3 Eg1. So now question is, which configuration is right at that time of ligand? When the ligand comes, then you have to see ligand is strong or weak. If the ligand is strong, then delta O is more. Right now, delta O means crystal field splitting energy. When the ligand is strong, then delta O is more. Remember, when the ligand is strong, crystal field splitting energy is more. That means level between T2G and Eg is more, electron will not jump to the higher level, the configuration will become remain T2G4. Write down strong ligand. When the ligand comes very strong, the configuration is T2G4, not Eg. Because strong ligand causes more splitting, T2G and Eg level is quite high, so it's very difficult for the electron to jump to the higher level. But when the ligand is weak, vice versa, when the ligand is weak, delta O is less, electron can easily jump to higher level. So remember this, weak ligand. So within second you can give the answer, within second you can give the answer. What is the configuration of D4, or to calculate crystal field splitting energy? Very simple, within second you will find the answer of which MCQ answer is okay, which option is correct. Now the question is how you came to know that this is a strong ligand, this is weak ligand. Very simple. Those ligands have the donor atom, carbon or nitrogen. Donor atom, carbon and nitrogen, they are the stronger one, and those ligand which have the donor atom oxygen that is in water, and halogen X, they are the weak ligand. Remember this. This is the magic. Those actually there is a spectrochemical series in the book given. You can read, you can learn that spectrochemical series. In the spectrochemical series, there is a arrangement of the ligand according to the strength. But it's better to check like this. Those ligand which have the donor atom, carbon and nitrogen, they are stronger one, and those ligand which have the donor atom, oxygen and halogen, they are the weaker one. So this is the 4th electron point. The 5th electron, so on. So let the ligand is strong. Check my finger. Let the ligand is strong. 4th electron will go here. Ligand is strong when? No, because this splitting is quite large now. 4th electron here, 5th here, 6th here. When the ligand is weak, 4th goes here, weak ligand. 5th goes here. After that, pairing starts. Okay. So this is the best way. Now I will take the examples even. Same happened here. When the ligand is strong, same copy paste. When the ligand is strong, delta T is quite large. There is pairing Eg1, Eg2, Eg3, Eg4. After that, T2G. If the ligand is weak, very less energy difference, Eg1, Eg2, 3rd electron will go to T2G. Eg1, Eg2, Eg2, T2G1. Eg2, T2G1, D3 configuration. So I think you came to know. Now you, after that, one more thing, please write. This is your, when the question comes, nickel, Cn4, 2 minus, and nickel, Cl4 2 minus. You know, this is a strong ligand, this is a weak ligand. When the ligand is strong, it delta O is more, then the nickel, it is nickel 2 plus, nickel 2 plus is 3d8. How will you fill these electron? d8 electron, how will you fill? This first electron will go to your T2G, delta O is quite more, so it's T2G1, first electron T2G1 because D8. Second electron, any of the electronic configuration can come, fill third electron T2G2, third electron T2G3, fourth electron T2G4, fifth electron, because delta O is quite large, fifth electron D5 T2G5, T2G6. When D7 comes, it is this configuration is now T2G6 EG1. T2G6, this is 7 electron, T2G6 EG1. 8th electron T2G6 EG2. It's a dimagnetic, it's a paramagnetic because EG2 1 ampere. It's a paramagnetic complex. It's a paramagnetic, okay, because 2 ampere present in EG. This is your T2G6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but EG 2 ampere paramagnetic. But when there is a weak ligand, then configuration is, it is T2G, first T2G1, first electron T2G1, second T2G2, third T2G3, fourth is T2G3 EG1. This is fourth electron. Then fifth electron T2G3 EG2. Again, fifth electron T2G4 EG. T2G4 it is. Then T2G5, same answer. So in this way you can fill the electrons in the various T2G and EG levels. Now I'm taking question MCQ type. Now children, one thing left. There is a P for pairing energy. Pairing energy is less than delta O or delta T. Sometimes P is less more than delta. Remember, when the pairing energy is less, that is octahedral. When the pairing energy is less, then always pairing takes place. Pairing takes place. That is, fourth electron D4 configuration will be T2G4. But when the pairing energy is greater, then no pairing. When pairing energy is less, pairing takes place. When the pairing energy is more, no pairing takes place. Then D4 configuration will be T2G3 EG1. T2G3 EG1. Now again, when the pairing energy is less, pairing takes place, T2G4. When the pairing energy is more, then no pairing takes place. When pairing now this pairing energy will not be given to you. But the question I ask, I am taking one example. Let any of the metal ion has configuration D4. Any of the metal ion has I am taking one example in which everything will get clear. Any of the metal ion with a very strong ligand, like check, write down strong ligand. When there is a strong ligand, the configuration of D4 will be, it's T, when the ligand is, you just see the ligand, you don't concentrate upon pairing energy. Now D4, electronic configuration is D4, ligand is strong. Just these two things. D4, strong ligand. When the ligand is strong, delta, when the ligand is strong, delta O is more. Delta O is more, electron will not jump into higher level, T2G4. The configuration is T2G4. After that, others options. You have given this answer. You have given this answer by thinking so ligand is strong. You have not given this answer by thinking so about the pairing energy, because you don't know about the pairing energy. So you just know only the ligand is strong or weak. You just know the ligand is strong or weak. When the ligand is strong, you have given the answer this. After writing this answer, then you can write, then your other question is also clear, because here there is a pairing takes place, means pairing energy is less than delta. One more answer you get clear. I am taking one more example. Let the ligand is weak. You are the student, you have checked the ligand is weak. When the ligand is weak, the T4 configuration is T2G3 EG1. The fourth electron will jump to higher level. Then you can you get the another answer. Pairing energy is less than delta. Two answers get clear just if you know the ligand is strong or weak. Dear children, again listen. If you know the ligand is strong or weak, your two answers are clear. Ligand is strong. What is the configuration? It is T2G4. T2G4 you have written by supposing this, by thinking this. That's pairing energy is less better. Ligand is weak. Ligand is weak. D4 configuration. T2G3. That means you have T2G3 because the ligand is weak. T2G3 Eg1. You have not pair up because the pairing energy is greater. Pairing energy is greater. By mistake it is. Pairing energy is greater than delta. I think it is clear now. Let me start few questions based upon this CFT now. Let me repeat CFT. Crystal field splitting, delta O. Always remember that is your octahedral complexes, delta O, octahedral complexes has a greater energy than delta T. Greater the number of ligands, more the splitting. So delta O greater than delta T. Remember this. Okay. Now one more thing which is not in your syllabus, but you write please. E1 greater than square planar complexes. Just this is extra. One more answer. The square planar complexes has more crystal field splitting energy than octahedral than tetrahedral. You may write this. I'm taking question. Write down. First question is calculate the crystal field splitting energy. Calculate the crystal field splitting energy when the configuration is D6 and low spin. This is the question. Calculate the coordination number 6. Coordination number 6, configuration is D6 and it is given low spin. You know what is low spin? Low spin means all are paired up. All are paired up. Now how will you calculate crystal field splitting energy? First question I have taken from crystal field theory. How will you calculate crystal field splitting energy? Write down the formula. To calculate crystal field splitting energy, there is a formula. It is equal to minus 0.4 delta O plus 0.6 delta minus 0.4 T2G plus 0.6 Eg and plus paired electron. PE means paired electron. How many paired electron? Formula to calculate crystal field splitting energy minus 0.4 T2G. Now coming to D6. You know what is the D6? D6 is T2G6. T2G6. Is it okay? I think it's clear. D6 is T2G6. T2G6 means low spin. Low spin means no unpaired. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. T2G6. This means now you can put the value minus 0.4 multiplied by 6 electron. In T2G, how many electron present? Number of T2G stands for number of electron present in T2G 6 electron plus 0.6 multiplied by 0. No electron present in EG. Number of electron present in EG. No. This is your plus paired electron. How many paired electron? Answer is 3 are the paired electron. 3 pairs are there. So this is a way to calculate crystal field splitting energy. First question I have taken. Just first question. I will take few questions. After that, your crystal field theory will get clear. Write down the formula minus 0.4 number of electron present in T2G plus 0.6 number of electron present in EG and plus paired electron 3 pair. Now I am taking one more question about tetrahedral. In the second question, this you can please write down 4 5 questions. This is the first question. This is the second question. Now I am taking third. Write down the there 4 options are given. Third question, write down the electronic configuration of D4. Write down the electronic configuration of D4. It is D4 if pairing energy is greater than delta T. If pairing energy is greater than delta T. There are 4 options are given. I am going to write 4 options. The first is T2G3 EG1, second is T2G4 EG0, third is Eg2 T2G2. Fourth option is given. It is Eg4 T2G0. The question is, you may write again, what is the configuration of the D4? D4, the complex is tetrahedral. Write down the electronic configuration of D4. D4, when the complex is tetrahedral and the pairing energy is greater than delta T. Delta T notes to crystal field splitting energy. Now you know when the pairing energy is greater, never do pairing. When the pairing energy is greater, never do pairing. Okay, this you know all. Now you know in tetrahedral, this is the picture, Eg and this is T2G. This is Eg and this is T2G. So what you will do? You will not pair up. You will not pair up. First electron here, second electron here. You will not pair up because the pairing energy is greater. Third come here, fourth come here. Your answer is Eg2 T2G2. Eg2, third answer is correct. Eg2 T2G2. You have not paired up. Why? You have not paired up? Because pairing energy is greater, it is given. Delta T for tetrahedral. Your answer is Eg2 T2G2. First question was crystal field splitting energy order. Square planar complex has more energy than octahedral than tetrahedral. Second question was we have completed about how to calculate crystal field splitting energy. Always remember the formula. The third question I have taken, this type of question may come. Others I am taking more questions. Write down. There are more questions regarding this. Now you write down crystal field splitting energy order. Order. Write down the order now. I have FeCN6. FeCN6 4 minus, and one is FeF6 4 minus. FeF6 4 minus. This is first question. Options are given. We will just next is second is. I will tell you the question. First, you please write down FeCN6 4 minus and FeCN4 CN6 3 minus. CN6 3 minus. Two questions covering this. And third is, we will make the order sooner. Nickel Cl4 2 minus. It is nickel platinum. Platinum Cl4 2 minus. Next is platinum Cl4 2 minus. Platinum Cl4 2 minus. Okay. Now dear children, what you will do? Now question is, write down on all these they have asked the order. Make which has more delta O. Delta O. Which has more delta O. You know what's delta O? It's a crystal field splitting energy. That is splitting. Which has more? The first, remember this, stronger the ligand, stronger the crystal field splitting, that is more the delta O. Stronger the ligand. In this case, the ligand is Cn. In this case, the ligand is fluorine. I told you which ligand is strong, whose donor atom is carbon and nitrogen. This ligand is strong. Write down. The ligand is strong, so it has more delta O. This is order. This is first question. More the stronger the ligand, more the splitting, more the delta O. Next. Now second. Now you can see in the second question ligand is same. Cyanide and cyanide ligand is same. Number is same. If the ligand nature is same, then you will see. Then you will check the oxidation number. Here the oxidation number of 642 plus. Write down 2 plus. And here the oxidation number is 3 plus. And always remember, greater the charge, greater the CFS. Write down. Stronger the ligand, more the delta. Greater the charge, because it has a less charge, it has less delta. Less, write down less. Less, because it is a iron carrying less charge. Less of the charge on the metal line, less the crystal field splitting. Okay. Now next case, third case, all these three cases are different. I have touched each and everything. Now this case, in this case the ligand is same. So just metal ion are different. Even the charge is same. Even the charge is same, 2 plus, 2 plus, 2 plus. Then what is the difference? Nickel belongs to 3D series, right? Platinum belongs to 4D series and platinum belongs to 5D series. Remember, greater the size of the metal ion, greater the CFS. Detail why it will come in your descriptive type chapter. When the descriptive type chapter I have covered, then I will tell you why. Greater the size, greater the CFS. This means again less. So please write down and think. Just take 1 or 2 minutes. Is it okay? That is your crystal field splitting energy order depend upon 3 main factors. The one is strength of the ligand. More the strength of the ligand, more the CFS. Second, greater the charge on the metal ion, greater the charge on the metal ion, greater the CFS. Third, if the metal ion is of larger size, 5D naturally large, then it has greater CFS. So this is all about, I think you might have written. And one thing left now, so I'm taking one question. Go on writing. It's very this topic VBT and CFT covering many of the questions of MCQ. The same time, I'm taking one question. Again, write. It's a cobalt C2O4. Cobalt C2O4. I will take this question covering both VBT and CFT. Okay. It's cobalt C2O4 3. Cobalt oxalate 4 minus and cobalt C2O4 3 and it is 3 minus. I think so. Let me check. It is 3 minus. The question is about CFT and VBT. Whatever you want to write, you can write. What knowledge you have. You know, in this case, metal is same. Your ligand is same. Then what is the difference? The difference is only the charge. Here the charge will come 2 plus 6 4 2. Here the charge is 3 plus. That means when there is a more charge, there is a more delta O. There is a more delta O. When there is a less charge, there is a less delta O. When there is a less delta O, in this case the delta O is less. So because the delta O is less, now listen to me carefully. I'm shifting towards VBT now, from CFT to VBT. When the delta O is less, behave like it is a weak ligand as happened in VBT. When the ligand is weak, it is an outer orbital complex. You know, when the ligand is weak, the complex is outer orbital, the configuration is sp3d2 because coordination number 6. It's a didentate ligand, coordination number 6. So I have covered VBT and CFT both in one example. Here delta O is more. Now when the delta is more, thinking so that the ligand is strong, but it is an inner orbital complex, it is D2sp3. D2sp3. So when there is an outer orbital complex, always they are paramagnetic, told you last session. Inner orbital complex are always dimagnetic and low spin. And this is your all. Less delta. Very simple. In this question, I have taken both VBT and CFT collectively. Think like so when the delta O is less. Delta O is less. Then that means you will do VBT by thinking so the ligand is weak. When the ligand is weak, you know no pairing, paramagnetic, outer orbital complex, sp3, d2. One more question you will take now. Now write nickel F6 4 minus. More and more question I have. You can take it and do practice. Nickel F6 4 minus. Another is nickel F6 3 minus. Nickel F6 4 minus and nickel F6 3 minus. Nickel F6 3 minus. Yes, it is. It is nickel 2 plus, here nickel 3 plus. So again, it has more delta O, it has less delta O. When the delta O is less, you know, when the delta O is less, it is outer orbital complex, it is your sp3d2. When the delta O is more, it is your behave like a strong ligand, it is the inner orbital complex, it is d2sp3. VBT and both I have solved it is. So very simple way to think like this. This is very important question that you have covered. Now after that you will take one more example about tetrahedral now. Now in tetrahedral complexes I am taking you. This is your question is cobalt Cl4 2 minus. This is 6. So many questions I have taken from the coordination number 6. I am taking cobalt Cl4 2 minus. It's tetrahedral, cobalt Cl4 2 minus. The question is, you know, cobalt is, what is cobalt? Cobalt is your 2 plus. The ligand is weak. The ligand is weak. Dear children, when the coordination number is 4, the complex is tetrahedral. Please write down one thing, very, very important. Write down in a tetrahedral complexes, pairing energy is always greater than delta T, so no pairing takes place. Write down. Pairing energy is larger than delta T in tetrahedral complexes, so no pairing takes place. You know what is a cobalt? Cobalt is 27. It is 4s2 3d7. Here it is cobalt 2 plus x minus 4 is equal to minus 2. When the cobalt is 2 plus 3d7. That means cobalt 2 plus 3d7 pairing energy is greater than delta T. Then what will be the answer? It is a pairing energy is greater than delta T. That means your delta T is less. Pairing energy is greater. So your configuration will be. So I think you might have written. I am going to rub it. Cobalt x minus 4 minus 2. 4s2 3d7. Cobalt 2 plus is 3d7. Pairing energy is always greater than delta T. So the configuration always is sp3. sp3, it is tetrahedral. And it is d7 it is. d7 means Eg1. First electron will go to Eg1. Second electron will go to Eg2. Because your delta T is less. Third will go to T2G1, third 4, T2G4 2, fifth T2G3, sixth again pairing Eg3, now Eg4. Your answer is Eg4 T2G3 because delta T is less. That means jumping takes place Eg1, Eg2. Then T2G1, T2G2, T2G3, covering 5 electron. 6 electron, Eg2, starting pairing, Eg2, and Eg2. Like this, you can see tetrahedral. Tetrahedral it is. First here, second here, delta T is less. So like fourth electron will jump to, third electron will jump to here because delta T is less. Third here, 4 here, 5 here. 6 here, 7 here. The answer is Eg4, T2G3. Pairing energy is greater, but delta T is less. Electron will jump to higher level. Next, write down. The topic is, so this is all about crystal field theory. Now you left with 2 topics of this chapter. I think you have covered BBT and CFT. Now sooner we will take the MCQ. Now write down the next topic is, second topic of today's lecture is stability. Stability of complex. How will you check the stability of complex? How will you check the complex coordination compound is stable or not? Write down few of the reasons where the stability depends, few of the factors where the stability depends. The first factor is presence of chelating ligand. Where there is a chelating ligand, the complex is quite stable. Chelating ligand makes a coordination compound stable. I am taking example. Example is FeF6. 3 minus, next is Fe En thrice, the ligand is En thrice, it is 2 plus, next is iron, EDTA. Which order, which complex is stable 2 minus, which complex is stable? Answer you can check. The ligand is, this is unidental ligand, this is a didental ligand, this is a hexadental ligand. Polydental ligand makes the compound very much stable. So this is a uni and this compound is less stable. This is a stability order. More the donor atom, more the number of the donor atom, as here it's a hexadental ligand. So stronger the ring will form. A highly stable ring will form. Chelate ring. Chelate means ring formation. Presence of polydentate ligand makes the compound stable. So first factor on which stability depends is the presence of chelating ligand. Makes the coordination compound stable. Sometimes the chelating ligands are two. This is chelating, this is chelating. Which is a better one? This is a better one. Because it has 6 donor atom. It has just 2 donor atom. More the donor atom, more the stability. Less the donor atom, just 1 donor atom. 1 donor atom, 2 donor atom, 6 donor atom. This is the first factor. Right on the second factor is stability depend upon second factor, strength of ligand. Strength of ligand, iron CN6 3 minus is more stable than iron F6 3 minus. Stronger the ligand, more the strength of the ligand, more the stability of the coordination compound. Second factor, ligand strength. Stronger ligand makes the compound stable. Next is FeCN6 4 minus, FeCN6 3 minus, charge on the metal ion 6 and 4 2 plus 3 plus, greater the charge on the metal ion, greater the stability. Third factor. On 3 factors stability depend. The first factor is charge on the metal ion. Greater the charge on the metal ion, greater the stability. More stronger the ligand is, greater the stability. Presence of chelating ligand increases the stability. So fourth factor is stability constant is given. I am taking one MCQ question. Fourth factor. There is ABC 3 complexes are given. Write down A complex. The complex A has a stability constant 10 raised to power 10. The other has 10 raised to power 50. It is stability constant. More the stability constant, more stable the compound is. Answer is C part. Greater the K, greater the stability. K for stability constant. Okay, detail of the stability constant will come in your total in chapter. So that is the answer. I think you have covered now so many topics of this chapter. Werner theory, VBT. If any doubt you can ask me at any time on my mail ID. CFT, and next is your stability. With the last left, color of the coordination compound. Color. Right on the topic is color of the complex. The color of the complex is due to DD transition. DD transition. Remember D0 and D10 are colorless. Colorless. When the configuration is D0 and the configuration is D10, the complexes are colorless. Only D unpaired, only partially filled D1 to 9 are colored. Exceptional case you may write now. Now second factor is, DD transition I will take, before that I will take the exceptional factor, so I am writing second factor is charge transfer spectrum. Second factor is charge transfer spectrum. CTS. Charge, one is DD transition. DD transition is totally covered in descriptive type, theory type. So it's 1 to 9 are colored, D0 and D10 are colorless. And charge transfer spectrum, now I'm mixing these two now. Okay, now I'm taking one more example. KMnO4, you know, KMnO4, here manganese is +7. When manganese is +7, it is D0, what it is purple. Very interesting question it is. In KMnO4, manganese is +7. When manganese is +7, it is D0. When it is a D0, why it's a purple then? Here I am saying D0 is colorless. So many others. K2Cr2O7, it is +6. +6 is again D0, but it is orange colored. The question is, it is a D0, it should be colorless. But why it is orange? There is a chromyl chloride CrO2Cl2. CrO2Cl2. Iron is a +6. It is again D0, but it's a red colored gas. So this is very important. These three are the exception. They are D0. They are D0. Even then they are colored. Answer is because of the transfer, right? Because of the transfer of the charges from the ligand to the metal ion due to charge transfer spectrum. These three compounds are colored, even they are D0, even they are colored because of the transfer of electron from ligand to the metal ion. Now I am taking DD transition. After that, one factor will left. DD transition, I am going to explain charge transfer spectrum because of the transfer of the charges from the ligand to the metal ion. Now DD transition. You know, it's a big, for example, titanium. I am taking DD transition now. This is purple. This is purple. Copper sulfate is white. But copper sulfate dot 5 water is blue. There are so many other questions we will take sooner. Answer is because there is no water, but there is a water. Water is a ligand. Only in the presence of ligand crystal field splitting takes place. Only the presence of ligand crystal field splitting takes place. There is no ligand, no CFS, no T2G, no EG. How can they jump? How can no DD transition possible? No T2G, no EG. All the d orbitals are degenerate, no degeneracy broken down because there is no ligand. So copper sulfate dot 5 water is blue. Now coming to this blue, purple color, why they are? Now I am taking titanium 3 plus it is. Titanium 3 plus is 3D1. 3D1. Vibgyor. It's a Vibgyor chart. Vibgyor. You may start from central line. Vibgyor. If it is a purple, it's a absorption range. It's absorptions radiation. These are the observation radiations. If any complex, any metal ion absorb violet radiation, it looks yellow. These are the complementary color. Blue looks, if blue absorb, looks orange. If green absorb, look reddish. If yellow absorb, look, it's absorbed. That means 3D1, that is DD transition, DD jump from T2G to EG. DD transition, DD jump, it requires yellow region. It requires yellow radiation, it looks like that. Copper sulfate dot 5 water is blue. Why blue? Because copper ion is orange radiations. Now I am taking very important question that came in AIIMS exams even from the color. Write down one of the question that came in AIIMS exam last time. I am taking one question. Write down. First question is AIIMS. First I am taking of AIIMS. Nickel water 6 2 plus. Nickel water 6 2 plus. Nickel ammonia 6 2 plus. Nickel ammonia 6 2 plus. Third is nickel NO2 6 4 minus. Nickel NO2 6 4 minus. In all cases it is nickel 2 plus, nickel 2 plus. Let me see what question they are asking. Write down the question is which of the following compound absorb visible radiation of maximum wavelength? ABCD option will be given. Which out of these three, which will absorb radiations from the Vibgyor, from the visible light of the maximum wavelength? You know energy is equal to hc by lambda. Maximum wavelength means less energetic light. And less energetic light, less energetic radiation will be absorbed by only that. That depends upon the delta. You know, DD transition is jump from T2G to EG. You know, if the T2G and EG difference delta O is less, then to jump from T2G and EG, less energetic radiations are required. When the ligand is strong, level between T2G and EG is quite high. When the ligand is more and more strong, that means CFS increases. A DD jump from T2G and EG require now very it requires a radiation of highly energetic radiations. Now you can check when the ligand is weak, when the ligand is less energetic, ligand is weak. Ligand, where the ligand is weak, this. The answer is this. The answer is this. Why? Because this is one of the weak ligand. Weak ligand causes less CFS, this level. This means the electron, if wants to jump from T to G to EG, it just require lesser energetic radiations. So this answer, less energetic means higher wavelength. Your answer is nickel water 6. So this is your EHC lambda. Which out of these three, which require the radiations of the higher wavelength means less energetic, which have the weak ligand. This is answer, and the order is the same order. This is a weak ligand, this is a medium ligand, this is a strong ligand, and this is the order even. If you order us, you can write the order. Now write down the second question. Which out of the following absorb the light of maximum wavelength? Again I am writing same question. Which out of the following absorb radiations of maximum wavelength? Write down nickel ammonia 6 2 plus, nickel ammonia 6 2 plus, B part, this is the A part, B part, nickel ammonia 5 chloride, nickel ammonia 5 chloride, it is plus, C part, nickel En thrice, it is 2 plus, D part, nickel ammonia 5 water, nickel ammonia 5 water, and it is 2 plus. The question you may write, which out of these four absorb the radiations of the maximum wavelength? Maximum wavelength means again less energetic, where there is a weak ligand. I think you know the order. The order is En is a strong ligand, then ammonia, then water, then chloride. Where there is a chloride, where there is it's a weak ligand, where there is a chloride, delta O is less. Where delta O is less, the jump is very small. Answer is this. Because in this case, this is a weak ligand, this is a weak ligand, this is a weak ligand, so delta O is quite less. Electron, if it wants to jump from T to G to EG, to require the less energetic radiations. Less energetic means maximum wavelength. Write down one more question. The third question from the color is, which of the following compounds does not absorb any radiation of the visible light? Those are D0 and D10. Which of the following will not absorb any radiations of the visible region? First is manganese 6, manganese Se and cyanide 6, 4 minus, A part, B part. Manganese, iron cyanide 4, 4 minus, iron cyanide 4, 4 minus, C part. Chromium ammonia 6, 3 plus, chromium ammonia 6, 3 plus, D part. D part is cobalt NO2 6, cobalt NO2 6, 4 minus, cobalt NO2 6, 4 minus. So which will not absorb any radiation? The first is, in this case manganese is 2 plus, in this case iron is X minus, iron cyanide 6 it is, iron is 2 plus, chromium is 3 plus, cobalt is 2 plus, you may write 6, 4, 2, 6, 4, 2, and this is neutral ligand, X plus 0 is equal to 2, 3 plus, it is 3 times 3 plus, and cobalt X minus 6 is equal to, write your configuration, manganese 2 plus is D5, iron 2 plus is D6, chromium 3 plus is D3, cobalt 2 plus is D7. In all cases the ligand is strong, pairing takes place. When you paired up the electron, one electron left unpaired, right, unpaired electron, after pairing, Unpaired electron left 1. Unpaired electron after pairing 0. Unpaired electron, no pairing, I told you in BBT, in this case there is exceptional case, no pairing, 3 unpaired. Unpaired electron is your 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, that is 3 unpaired. 3 unpaired again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5 and 7. So dear children, now you can check in this case, only in one case there is a D0. This case, B part. Your answer is B part. B part will not absorb any radiation of the visible region because there is no unpaired electron whom will undergo DD transition. So this is your last question left now. Color always depend upon 3 factors: DD transition, charge transfer spectrum. The third factor is write down for intensity, polarization. Third factor is polarization. Very important it is. Polarization. Greater the size of the ion, greater the polarization, greater the intensity. Polarization always dependent upon intensity of the color. Greater the size of the anion. Write down, very important, size of anion. Greater the size, greater the polarization, greater the intensity. I am taking one of the options like AgCl, AgBr, AgI. AgCl giving you white PPT. It's a whitish color. It's a pale yellow and it is yellow, dark yellow it is. It is a yellow, pure yellow, dark yellow. Because it is iodide ion. Larger sized ion, more intensity. Very simple answer. Larger sized ion, more intensity. So this is all about your 3 topics today. Now almost we have completed very important topic BBT and CFT. Sooner I will make these notes of the MCQ tips and also send to you. I will provide you the link where you can note down all these points, MCQ tips. We have completed Werner theory, BBT, CFT, and stability and the color of the coordination compound. Left only is the IUPAC names and isomerism. Isomerism is this year not in your syllabus. Importance you can do yourself, very easy to remember. Learn just the importance. This chapter is okay. Now in the next time I will provide you the MCQ tips in a written way. After that we will start with few very important MCQ questions. Thank you.